So maybe you're picking up Maplestory and want to play a cool fire wizard that blows up everything. Or maybe you're a big fan of this character. Or maybe you like clowns and balls. Or maybe you've been seeing the news and some certain damage charts for Maplestory and notice a class that's very high up there you wouldn't generally expect. In any case, you probably want to learn how to play this class, or you may be playing it wrong. This is going to be a quick guide on how to play Blaze Wizard. Alright, let's breeze past all the first 4 shop skills. These are the passes on the screen. These are your toggles, always have these on. Blaze Wizard is also a very mana hungry class. Controlled Burn allows you to gain mana for hitting enemies, and you can cast the skill to gain mana back. We almost never cast it though. This is Cataclysm, you're at class iframe, and you can use it in the air. This is Flame Barrier, prevents status debuffs. Let's move on to the active skills you're using. Flash Jump. I know, major Flash Jump. It's fine, you'll get used to it. We're getting a dash in 6 months, all good. Like a lot of other classes, hold up and jump in the air to up jump. Burning Conduit, as locals like to call it pizza, gives you 60% damage, while party members get 40%. Your party members need to stand on it, but this buff will still apply to you outside of the field. You want to make sure you upkeep this, it's very important. Flash Fire is a teleport similar to Bowmaster and Marksman. You place it down and recast to teleport back to that location. You can also downcast to replace it. Use this to get away from danger. Any big projectile incoming? Boom. Bad pattern? Boom. Phoenix Run is this class's door. It stacks with Serum Elixir or Bishop's Door, so you get 2 extra lives, or more. Fires of Creation. This buff increases your ignore defense while active, cast it by itself to summon a lion for mobbing, or downcast to summon a fox for bossing. This cannot be auto buffed or toggled, so unfortunately you're forced to upkeep this by refreshing it every few minutes. Currently there are 5 skills that rely on these 2 animals. Orbital Flame is your main attack. You can use it in 4 different directions and jump around with it. Lion mode comes back like a boomerang for mobbing. Fox mode shoots straight forward and also adds up to 5 fox stacks to enemies. 6 job changes the skill by adding a forward flame wall every few seconds for more damage. To use these stacks, we have the skill Towering Inferno, which also has a mobbing and bossing mode. Lion is a big AoE skill for mobbing. Fox shoots a small projectile. If there are 5 fox stacks on the enemy, the skill does more damage. Do not worry about optimizing it too much. The cooldown gets reduced per direct attack hit. Blazing Extinction has a mobbing and bossing mode. Lion hits multiple mobs and rolls forward and affected by gravity. Fox will condense all of its damage and do massive damage in one spot, but heavily increases the cooldown. Savage Flame is a 5th job skill. This skill needs at least 2 stacks to cast, with a max of 6 for more damage. You can gain stacks by hitting mobs or the boss a certain number of times. Don't worry about optimizing the stacks. Lion puts a big AoE field and constantly does damage to enemies in it over time. Fox will summon tons of homing balls that fly around like Night Lord marks. Both are good for mobbing, but do use Fox for bossing. Phoenix Drive is a 90-second burst skill. This enhances your orbital flames and you'll shoot out more fireballs. Fox mode will rapidly increase your stacks for both Towering Inferno and Savage Flame. And since this is a direct attack, Towering Inferno's cooldown gets reduced tremendously, allowing you to spam it multiple times while Phoenix driving. I like to call this TI weaving. Again, don't worry about optimizing the 5 stack. Additionally, you can downcast to use the other animal's ability without having to recast Fires of Creation and summon the other animal. The last 3 5th job skills are Inferno Sphere, our main burst. This is a key down skill where you hold down the button to do massive damage. This skill has 10 stacks, starting from 0, where you passively get 1 stack every 12 seconds. Every second you hold down this skill uses 1 stack. Additionally, using this skill in the air has super knockback. In the future update, when Master 3 and 4 comes, Inferno Sphere gets changed to have Lion and Fox mode, where Fox mode will use double the stacks to do double the damage, condensing a burst to 5 seconds instead of 10. One more additional warning, if at any time you let go, there will be a 2.5 second cooldown before you can hold it down again. Salamander Mischief is a summon that passively does damage when you attack, then buffs you while it's on cooldown based on how many times it's hit the enemy. Orbital Inferno is a giant orbital flame, in which you can cast in 4 directions, similar to orbital flames. Our class's 6th job origin, Eternity, has 2 parts. A 5-second cutscene doing damage, and a summon afterwards which will kill everything on the screen for 30 seconds. How to build this class. Attack speed does not affect us. I know, it's weird, don't worry about it. Because Blaze Wizard is a mage, our best in slot secondary is the Deimos Sage Shield you can craft via recipe draw from Cygnus. For our inner ability, +1 passive levels to increase Burning Conduit's damage of 1%, and more importantly, it'll increase Pure Magic's passive FD buff by 3%, and the usual unique and boss abnormal damage lines. Regarding buff duration, Blaze Wizard needs a minimum of approximately 40% buff duration to have 100% uptime on Burning Conduit. The more buff duration you have, the easier it is to upkeep Conduit. For hyperskill passives, take all orbitals. Be sure to bind this extended ranged one to your keyboard. It's a toggle you need to turn on every time you log in. Take Blazing Extinction, Reinforce, and add attack. For nodes, these are the 6 skills you need to boost for nodes. Flame Tempest is here to boost our future dash skill, Blazing Rush. And this is our node leveling priority. Inferno Sphere is extremely strong, so be sure to max that out first. For our skill rings, as of now, we are a Ring of Restraint and a Weapon Jump swap class. Of course, Totaling and Risk Taker are good tertiary rings if you want to save for Roar for Origin. Continuous is good and viable for now, but in 6 months, Roar and Weapon Jump will be better. For our auto buffs, we have no class dependent buffs outside of Fire Creation to upkeep, so simply throw your decent buffs onto your pets. With the upcoming changes, we are a cooldown hat class. The more seconds of cooldown reduction, the more skills you spam, the more damage you do. This being said, don't spend all your money on your CRA hat. Just get the first 3 lines of int or cooldown hat you see. This class is perfectly playable without a cooldown hat. Alright, so I know all the skills and have everything I need to set up. But what skills do I need to use and when? You pop everything off cooldown. Ironically, as Orbital Flames are a signature move, it's also the move we want to use at least, since it's kind of weak. Every time Orbital Inferno is up, pop that bad boy. Savage Flame is up with 2 stacks, rip that. The only thing you want to hold are Inferno Sphere and your 2-minute buffs. And maybe Phoenix Drive if its duration conflicts with your burst timings or you want to use it as part of your burst. Otherwise, pop that off cooldown too. In a more poetic sense, you're juggling your skill cooldowns. Get it? Because orbitals. Never mind. Let's talk about burst rotations. Because of how Inferno Sphere works, we can choose to play either 2 minutes or 3 minutes. Make sure to pop Conduit before bursting so you're not awkwardly placing it down mid-burst. For the simple 2-minute rotation, pop these 3 buffs, use Fox Savage Flame if it's up, pop AB and your favorite skill ring, Blazing Extinction, to Origin, 10 stacks of Inferno Sphere, Phoenix Drive, and TI Weave. After that, you DPM and pop all your skills off cooldown. Repeat that every 2 minutes. For the simple 3-minute rotation, do the same thing for the 2-minute burst with all 10 Inferno Sphere stacks. After 90 seconds, ring swap to your secondary ring, pop AB and skill ring, cast 4 stacks of a Inferno Sphere, and Phoenix Drive again. At 3 minutes, ring swap back and repeat. And just remember, the golden numbers are 10 and 4. Some additional tips: learn how to downcast skills while jumping off platforms. This greatly increases movement, such as quickening your flash fire placement, and even falling with Inferno Sphere. For max efficiency in Orbital Flames, since Maplestory uses raw Windows key inputs, it means that there's some skills in the game with a delay when holding down inputs. To reduce this delay, go to your Windows search bar, look up keyboard, find this window keyboard properties, increase the repeat delay knob all the way up. There should be little to no delay now on your orbitals. If you're looking for mobbing rotations or more info, you can join the Blaze Wizard class Discord. We have a lot of discussions for this class, and I personally created multiple rotations for every single Grandis area. And shout out to everyone who has also helped contribute. Alright, you know how to play Blaze Wizard. I'll make another video in 6 months when more people hop on the bandwagon. I hope this video helps. Bye bye!